Okay folks, welcome back to the Diceheimer YouTube channel. In today's Warhammer Fantasy Battle we play 1000 points Dark Elf against Dwarfs. We will hope you enjoy the battle and we will both present you the armies in a minute. Okay guys, that's the 1000 point Dark Elves army. The army is led by a level 2 sorceress. She has a Dispel scroll. I know it doesn't make sense against dwarves because they have no wizards, but I always played with this 1000 point army list, so I won't change it just for this battle. We already rolled for the spells. She got one of the 2 signature spells of the Lore of Black Magic. That's the Doom Bolt. And furthermore, I rolled a 3, so it's the Storm of Blades for the Dark Elf Sorceress. From the core section, I have 10 Dark Shards with their repeater crossbows, and the unit will be joined by the Sorceress later in the battle. Furthermore, I have 20 Corsairs with an additional hand weapon, so they got an additional attack. And their Sea Dragon cloaks, which protects them rather well. Furthermore, I have 5 Black Riders, also armed with repeater crossbows. They are some kind of light cavalry for the flanks and maybe a little bit of annoyance to the dwarfs. From the elite section, I have 2 units. The cold ones with the knights, and the monster in my army is a Hydra with her 5 heads. Okay, that's the 1000 point of Dark Elves.
Okay, and here are my 998 points of Dwarfs. Same army list as before. I've got 1 Thane, it's only got Rune of Cleaving and Rune of Iron and Rune of Stone. A runesmith next to him. I've got 1 gyrocopter, 1 unit of guerrillas and 1 of thunderers, but without command. We've only got shields. And last but not least, I've got 11 hammerers, including the Rune of Olaya. Because of my army rules, I got +2 for attempting to dispel, and the Rune of Olaya grants me another +2, so it's as if I used level 4 wizard to dispel. Okay, and that's it for my army.
And the main unit, your normal dwarf warriors?
Just dwarf warriors with hand weapons and shields. Exactly as the last 2 times when they lost against the goblins and whoever. Oh, the vampires.
Okay, vampire counts. Yeah, have you rolled already for your hatred special rule?
It's Ancestral Grudge. And the higher the better. 6 would be best, of course.
It's a 1.
So it's 1, that's bad, because this time only my army commander hates your army commander. A rows of 3 or 4. At least my characters would have hated you characters as well.
Okay, both forces have been deployed, starting with the dwarf army. I put my Dark Riders on the left flank, the cold ones on the right flank, and my Corsairs and the Dark Shards in the center of the battle line, and the Hydra between the cold ones and the Dark Shards. We already made the roll off for starting the battle. The dwarfs got +1 because they first finished their deployment, but nevertheless the Dark Elves managed to steal the initiative and will start the first round of the battle.
And that's where I put my dwarfs, the gyrocopter at the utmost right side, my deployment zone, the guerrillas and the thunderers in the middle, and my 2 regiments, the one of warriors and the other one consisting of hammerers next to them.
Okay guys, that's the end of the first turn of the Dark Elves, the movement phase. The whole army marched towards the enemy. The Cold Ones passed the stability test, and even the Dark Shards moved slightly towards the enemy because they are in range with their crossbows. Then we already almost finished the magic phase. I think 7 dice were acquired from the Winds of Magic. You got 5, and I was able to cast 2 psychic powers successfully, and thus killing from the shooter dwarfs, thunderers, 7 out of 10, which is quite nice. But unfortunately, the second magic power was cast with total energy, so I have to check for the sorceress what happens to her and maybe to the regiment. Okay, it's a 7. It's detonation. All models in base contact with the sorceress, not the sorceress himself though,
Yeah, it's just 2 models. Yeah.
get a strength 10 hit. Okay, there are 2 models, so on a 2+ they're dead. Okay, so 2 crossbowmen are dead.
There's still a good deal, 2 crossbowmen versus
I think it's the most, the best result on the control on the
chart.
On the control chart. I think any other result would be worse. Okay, that was the magic phase. On to the shooting phase. The Dark Riders, the only unit they can see completely is the gyrocopter, and they try to hit him. They have a ballistic skill of 4, meaning a little 3 pluses, but it's a long distance. So it's 4+, and they have multiple shots, so it's 5+. 5s to hit. Okay, that are 5 hits. They have only a strength of 3 and the gyrocopter a toughness of 5, meaning I need 6 to wound. And at least 1 6.
Yeah.
So does he have an armor save?
I've got an armor save of 4.
Okay, but it's armor piercing.
Reduced to 5 because of your armor piercing. No, so it's the first wound suffered.
1 wound for the gyrocopter.
Yeah.
And then the Dark Shards will also shoot.
But I think it's another -1. Yeah.
Only those 2 don't see anything, I think. Those 6 guys.
Okay. On to whom?
I only see this one.
Okay.
Okay, so they have multiple shots. So 6 guys, meaning 12 dice. And they have a basic ballistic skill of 4 as well. So 3+.
Yeah.
Then they moved. And they're non-light cavalry, so they have -1. They moved a long distance, multiple shots, so they only will hit on 6s.
Yep.
That are 2 hits. And they will only wound on 5, I think, because the dwarves have toughness 4. So 5s to wound, none of them wounds any dwarf. And that was my shooting phase, and there is not yet any hand-to-hand combat, so it's the end of my first turn, and we go on to the dwarves' first turn.
Okay, that's the end of my first movement phase. After the bad start, I can't do much anymore because they can't turn backwards, otherwise they wouldn't even be able to shoot. And I can't move these because during the next turn, the knights riding the cold ones could flank charge them. So these are doomed to remain where they are, while the sorceress keeps using her dark magic onto me. The only thing I could do was move my gyrocopter a little forwards, and try to use the steam gun onto the riders, the dark riders, but it's only strength 3. Okay, let's try this one. I think I should get, let's say, 3 of them. It's 3 times strength 3 versus toughness 3, so on 4 pluses. 2 of them, and it's minus 1 of them, and it's minus 1 because of armor piercing. So you've got a 5 plus armor save left. Yeah, so nothing happened. And you've got 3 Thunderers. The Thunderers have got a ballistic skill of 3, so they hit on 4s, and because of the long range, they only hit on 5s. I've got 3 dice, and I think they try their luck with the Corsairs on 5s. Not a single one of them. Yeah. And 1, 2. Of the Querulous. The Querulous have got a longer range, but not even armor piercing, so they've only got strength 4. It's the same ballistic skill, so they'll be hitting on 5s as well because of long range. And
okay, 4 hits.
4 hits, strength 4 versus toughness 3 is on 3s.
Only 1 3, yeah.
2 of them, wounds. And 2, I think 5 plus armor save.
Okay.
If you've normally got 4 plus.
So none of them, so 2 Corsairs, not that.
Okay, and that's it for my first round.
Guys, that's the end of the second turn of the Dark Elves. We played the movement and the magic phase already. And the cold ones tried to charge the hammerers, but weren't successful. They only moved, I think, 3 or 4 inches towards the enemy. The Hydra close behind them. The Dark Shards moved 3 inches to the left in order to have a better view on the battlefield. The Corsairs moved 5 inches towards the enemy, whereas the Dark Riders charged the Gyrocopter. In the magic phase it was a very, very lousy winds of magic, only 2 ones, but were rolled.
Only a breeze of magic.
But I was successful in channel 1 dice more, so I got 3 dice and used them all to cast my spell on the crossbow dwarfs and managed to kill at least 1 of them. And yeah, that was the magic phase. Fortunately not any spell cast with total energy. And now the Dark Shards try to shoot at those guys, but only a part of the unit can see this regiment, and because they move, they will only hit on 6s. But that's not so bad. Meaning 5 hits. With a strength of 3 versus toughness 4, meaning 5s to wound. So 2 wounds with -1 because of armor piercing.
So these are 2 on 5s.
Okay, so one
of them, another one dead.
Make a leadership test, panic test, but I think I will pass it successfully. Okay, that was the shooting phase, and now on to
the close combat.
Unfortunately, I don't know exactly how large the base of the Gyrocopter is, but we agreed that 2 of the Dark Riders were successfully in charging the Gyrocopter. Okay? Okay,
so you go first.
I start with my Black Riders themselves. So 2 of them have a weapon skill of 4.
I've got 4 as well.
Okay, meaning 4s to hit. What do we have for an initiative value?
I've got initiative 2.
Okay, then can I re-roll it because of the always strikes first rule? Okay, so 1 hit.
Yeah.
And the 2 horses will hit on 4s as well. No. Okay, so only 1 hit is scored with a strength of 3.
Now you've got +1 for your spear in the first time.
That's 4.
And I've got toughness 5, so it's on 5.
No. Okay.
Well, me, I've got weapon skill 4 and 2 attacks.
Okay, I'm hitting on 4s. Okay,
None of them.
None of them.
Yeah.
So I charged.
Yeah, you've got +1 because of charging and maybe +1 for your banner.
I have no banner.
Okay. So it's 1 test for me on 8 instead of 9. Yeah, I passed it.
Okay, you hold the line.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's the end of my second turn.
Okay, that's the end of my second movement phase. I haven't moved much because I wanted to fly on with my gyrocopter, but I didn't found the rule in the book which said I was allowed to fly when I'm in combat. I wanted to pass the riders in order to throw a bomb on them or maybe move on to Alex, Darkshot and Army Commander. Okay, we were not sure if I was allowed to leave the close combat, and so it remained in close combat.
But feel free to comment the situation because maybe we missed out some rules in the rulebook concerning flying units which are in close combat, if they can leave the close combat liberally or if it's not possible to do so.
And my last remaining Thunderous and Querulous had to remain where they are in order to be able to shoot. And I couldn't move them very much because if I moved forwards, they might be flank attacked either by the Corsairs or by the Cold Ones, only in case they wouldn't succeed in doing the stupidity check, they might be stopped, and the Hydra is inbound as well. Okay, so let's go on with shooting. I've got 2 of the Thunderous, which will hit this time on 4s. Both of them, strength toughness. Yeah, is 3. 2 of them, and now they've got -2.
Okay, so 2 down.
2 are dead. And then we've got 9 Querulous, also hitting on 4s. So the first 5. Reroll this one. So now we've got
3 hits.
3 hits.
And 4 down.
And another 4. 4, 5, 6
3 hits
hits.
by 3 is 6 hits in total.
So 6, but they are only at -1 because they don't have armor piercing.
And for strength
So
value?
with strength 4.
Okay, so 3 is the wound.
Yeah.
Okay, that's quite
3 of them.
3
And
wounds.
now you've got 5 plus saves left.
So 1 is saved, so 2
Yeah.
more dead.
Okay. Are these 25%?
4 out of 18.
Okay.
No, not yet.
Yeah.
That was the shooting phase.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I remove the casualties. And then on to our close combat.
Yeah. Okay, your 2 riders and horses go first.
Okay, the 2 riders.
Riders, but this time you won't have
Hitting
+1
on 4s.
left. Yeah.
Can I re-roll from the always strikes first roll? Or is it just in the first round of combat?
Just look it up. Oh.
Or is it in every close combat round?
I know that hatred is only in the beginning, in the first round.
No, I think it's in every round. They
Okay.
have a high initiative.
Now you can re-roll it.
Okay, so one hit from the riders
But this time it's strength 3.
and one hit from the horse.
Mhm.
Both times with a strength of 3 versus
Toughness 5.
6 is to wound, so no wound.
Mhm.
And you've got 2 guys hitting on 4.
Weapon skill 4.
No,
None of
I
them.
won the combat because... No,
No, it's
Although I
no
have-
charge
I have a
any
musician.
longer.
I have a musician.
Okay, then you've got +1.
Ooh, double 6s.
Double 6s.
So 9.
9.
I think I tried to chase him down.
Yeah.
I have 3 dice as well. Or does it make sense? Because what happens when I will charge, run into this? Because I think 9 inches are maybe the Garacopter will flee through the crossbowman.
If he flees through the crossbowman,
I
or
can't
over
chase him
them
down,
rather,
or-
well, they'll probably have to make a test, but I think you'll be locked in the unit you run into, because he's flying.
Okay,
into
but then I
you.
won't
Okay.
chase him down. Because if I can't reach him, he's behind the unit.
We'll put him over there. Yeah.
But they have to pass a leadership test as well, I
Yeah.
think, because of...
Yeah. That's okay.
Okay, then that's the end of your turn, I think. Was the hand-to-hand combat? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay guys, that is the end of the third turn of the Dark Elves, the movement phase. On the right flank, the Cold Ones were successful in their charge roll for the Hammerers. The Hydra moved slightly forwards behind them. The Dark Shards remained stationary in order to shoot more successfully at the remaining 2 Thunderers. The Corsairs were able to charge the crossbow dwarfs, though they lost 2 more men because of shooting
Stand and shoot.
stand and shoot rule. The Dark Riders just moved slightly and turned towards the center of the battlefield. The magic phase was rather successful. I used once again the signature spell of the Dark Elves, thus killing 5 dwarfs from the regiment. And now onto the shooting. First of all, the remaining Dark Shards try to shoot at the 2 Thunderers. They will this time hit on 5s because they didn't move this turn. Okay, that are the hits. And they have us wounding on 5s with a strength of 3 versus toughness 4. So, non-wounds. Not a very good shooting. And then,
I've got 2 close combats.
let's say the Dark Riders try to shoot at the Gyrocopter, maybe.
Okay.
Because they have no other targets and before they don't shoot at anything. With the repeater crossbows, I think they're within distance, so they will hit on 5s. So 2 hits, wounding on 6s, so no. Okay, that was the shooting phase, which was not so successful. And then I think we start with the Cold War Knights. Starting with the Knights. They have 1 attack each, and I have a Dark Paladin, a champion, with 1 more attack. They have a Balix's weapon skill of 5.
And so have I. I've got
Okay,
weapon skill 5, 2 attacks, and will be using hand weapon and shields.
okay, they will hit on 4s, but can re-roll
Okay.
because of the high initiative. Okay. And they have lances.
Yeah.
So there was strength of 6 versus toughness 4.
4.
So wounding on 2s. So 4 wounds.
4 wounds at minus 3.
3, yeah.
And I've got 4 plus, which would become 7 plus, which isn't possible, but I've got 5 plus. Ward saves because of my shield.
For the wound roll because they are born murderers. It's special for the Dark Elves. No. Okay, so 4 wounds.
Okay, so I try 4 ward save parries on 5s. Because you charge me. So 3 of them survive.
Down. And now I have my code ones, but I don't know, they were rather low initiative, only 2.
As have I. I've got 2 as well.
Okay, then they hit simultaneously. I roll for them. They have 5. They have, each of them has 2 attacks, meaning 10 attacks with a weapon skill of 3 versus 5.
I've got 5.
A force to hit. So 4 hits from the code ones with a strength of 4
versus toughness 4. This is 4
plus. This is 4 plus to wound. So 2 more wounds from the code ones.
And they are strength 4, so they've got minus 1. So I've got 2 5 plus saves, normal ones. One of them made, and another 5 plus for my parry. Yep.
Okay, then you can strike back.
Now it's getting difficult because I've got an Ancestor Lord, and the Ancestor Lord, the Runesmith, has got 2 attacks with a weapon skill of 5, fighting with his hand weapon. But he's got armor piercing, an additional armor piercing, and also his unit, or the unit he's included in. Okay, so I think this is on 4s. He's got a weapon skill of 5.
Do you have to perform a fear test, or are they immune to fear?
They're stubborn.
But are they immune to fear?
Don't know. I roll.
Okay.
So, now for my 2 attacks, I've got weapon skill of 5. The Runesmith and you?
Yeah, 5 as well, so hitting on 4s.
Yeah, one of them. It's strength 4 against your toughness 3 is 3 plus. Yep. And minus 2. So you've got 4 plus. So you've got 2 plus minus 2 because of strength 4 and armor piercing.
But they have heavy armor.
Yeah, that's 5 plus.
Then a shield.
It's 4 plus. And then riding a boarded reptile, so it's 2 plus.
But they get a plus 2 bonus from their, but it's because they are
because of their mounts.
Scaled.
Okay.
They have got a plus 2 bonus for their armor save.
Okay, I didn't know.
I think
so
it's
they've
instead
got
of the plus 1 and then so heavy armor is 5 plus shield 3
it's an
plus
additional 1 plus 1 for riding.
2 again 3 plus 1 plus save.
Okay.
Minus 2 is
minus
3
2
plus armor save. Okay, no.
So the first one is dead.
But can I use their shield to parry? No, because
no, you are riding creature. Because you're riding a creature, and they said riders aren't allowed to do so. Okay, this was only my first one. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 left. All of them have got 2 attacks, so it's 18 attacks back. Oh, sorry, I forgot. The second rank can only do 1 attack. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, multiplied by 2 is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 attacks. 6.
Okay,
weapon
30
skill 5.
times hitting on 4s.
The first 6 and then it's 7. So one of them. And now we've got 7, 6, 7.
So 6 hits in total.
Yeah, all of them are strength 4.
Okay, Then
Versus your
wounding
toughness.
on 3.
Oh. So 4 of them,
Okay, 4 of them.
and they're -2.
Okay. 3 up armor save. No, so 2 more down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's the end of the first close combat. I killed 1, I charged, I have a banner.
Mm-hmm.
You
I
killed 3, have a
Yeah,
rank,
And
Banner?
it's got a banner.
banner as well.
Yeah.
So you won the combat by 2. Yeah, I passed my leadership test. Okay. That was not so successful
Yeah.
because they're only 5 and they rolled very bad for the initial assault with the
But
lances.
you're lucky because of your good armor save, otherwise.
Yeah. Okay, then the second close combat. Hopefully this will be more successful. That are the Horsehairs. Okay, they have an additional hand-to-hand weapon.
Mm-hmm.
So they have 2 attacks. But not only for the first row.
Yeah.
Is it? Okay. Then I have a total of 10 attacks, and the champion makes 11 for the first row and 5 for the second row. And they have a weapon skill of 4 versus your weapon skill of...
I've got a weapon skill of 4.
Okay, as well, so meaning hitting on 4s.
Yeah.
Okay, then I re-roll this one.
Okay.
Okay, that are my hits. There was
Strength of 3.
3 versus toughness 4 is 5 is the wound. And I can re-roll the ones.
Okay.
Okay, that's a total of 4 wounds.
So you've got 4 wounds at strength 3.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got normally a 4 plus
Okay, then the 4.
-1, isn't this? Aren't you armor piercing or something like that?
No.
Okay.
4 basic armor saves.
So 4 and 4 plus.
Mm-hmm.
2 of them. And normally I got a shield save of 6 plus, but because you've charged me, I've got an additional plus
Do they have
1.
shields?
Yeah.
Okay.
They've got an
But they're not
additional.
shown on the model, so...
And at Vex, they're on 5s. None of
Okay,
them.
so
So 2 are
two
dead. Okay. Now I've got 7 left.
Mm-hmm.
7 with a weapon skill of 4.
So hitting on 4. Mm-hmm.
4 of them. And they've got strength 3.
Okay, wounding on
and
4.
weapons. 1 of them. And you've got a 4 plus armor save, which you managed.
Okay. So I charged.
Charged, did 2
Have
wounds.
1 rank,
Yeah.
2 wounds, have a banner.
Mm-hmm.
And you killed none,
No.
so I won the combat by 5.
Yeah. I think they won't make it. They've got leadership 9.
That's
Minus 5 should be 4. No, it's too much. But I think I can use my army commander's leadership. So he's got 10. And I can't.
But
No,
it's
I haven't got a
nevertheless
business in appear. Yeah.
9.
Okay.
Okay, so they flee. 6.
Yep.
They will
6 isn't much.
I'll chase it,
Yeah.
of course. And I chase into the gyrocopter, so it is killed.
No, I think if it's flying, you change
No, it
into
hasn't.
them
No, that
because he's in the air.
No, it's on a base.
Okay.
It's a charge into the fleeing units, it's destroyed.
Okay. So let's remove this one.
Okay, that's the end of
Your third turn.
my third turn. Okay, yeah.
So, at the end of my third movement phase, they successfully rallied and reformed, as did the regiment of warriors, including my Thane. They remained where they were. I think they might be able, maybe hit one of the dark shards. And my hammerers, of course, remain in close combat in order to kill the cold ones. Let's start with shooting. Okay, these two, it's long range, so it's on 5s onto the dark shards. 1 hit, strength toughness 3+. Yep, it's a 5, and it's a -2. Don't know which kind of armor you have. Okay, so one is dead, and on we go with close combat.
Okay. The Dark Knights strike first, hitting on 4s.
Okay.
So 2 hits.
But this time you've only got strengths.
And I rolled for the
Strength
two,
of your hand
for
weapon.
the 2 cold ones as well.
Okay.
Okay, so
3
3
hits.
hits in total. Both have strength of 4.
Versus toughness 4.
So 4 is to wound.
Okay.
So 2 wounds.
2 wounds with -1. So I've got 2 5+ armor saves. Managed 1.
And the shield save.
And 1 6+ shield. Yep.
Okay.
No losses for me.
I think they will be dead, but
Yeah, this time I should be able to get them even without using my
Okay.
hammers. They're great weapons. Okay, so let's start with my Rune Lord over there. Weapon skill 5, 2 attacks. 1. Strength 4 versus toughness 3.
1 3s.
Yeah, it's 4. And
Almost
-2. No, so the first one is dead. And then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 double attacks for the one in the first rank. So it's 4 plus 3, 7.
4 to hit.
4, 1, 2, 3. Weapon skill 5 is 3 to hit, or?
After weapon skill 5 as well.
Okay.
That's right. So 2 hits.
2 hits. 4 versus 3 is 3+.
No.
No. This one remains. But I think this time here I won the combat.
Have a rank.
rank.
So I just roll and
Yeah.
check it. 9, that's
Probably too much.
too much, but they
But
can.
you can roll 3 dice.
Because they have a special banner, they
Mhm.
can re-roll
Okay, so we roll.
once in a game
Yeah.
their leadership test. But it doesn't
8
help.
is still too much.
Okay, so do you chase it?
Yeah, I chase.
Okay. Then I flee 11 inch.
So this time your Hydra probably has to do a leadership test for being run through by a cold one. Don't know how it feels. Okay. And
Oh,
11, so it's dead technically.
Then you
Yeah.
charge into the Hydra.
Yeah. Oh, this time the Hydra is dead.
Yeah. Okay. This unit is fleeing. Okay. So once the close combat, I think that's the end of your turn. Okay guys, that's the end of the movement phase of the 4th round of the Dark Elves. The remaining courses charged once again the crossbowmen. Dark Riders moved slightly forward in order to shoot. The Dark Shards, including the Sorcerers, remain stationary. And, one lucky event, the Cold One managed to pass the leadership test and is not fleeing anymore. And the Hydra is entangled in close combat due to the moving up of the Thunderers. In the magic phase, it was once again rather successful. The sorceress managed, I think, to kill 4 or 5 of the dwarfs due to their signature spell once again. And now we commence with the shooting. The Darkshires shoot at the remaining 2 Thunderers. They will hit on 5s. As ever.
Because of -1 for multiple shots and -1 for long range.
Okay, wounding on 5s as well. So 2 wounds.
Yeah. And they are -1, aren't they?
Yeah, armor piercing.
So I've only got 5+ saves left. One of them dies.
Okay. Then the riders will shoot also, but they're in shorter range.
Yeah. So they only suffer -1 for multiple shots. Yeah.
Okay. And wounding on 5s. So it's 4 wounds in total.
Yeah. Okay, I
It's armor
try
piercing.
4 on 5.
Okay.
Nearly.
Okay.
No, this was the eye slit of his armor, where one deadly arrow passed through. Okay.
Error. Okay. Yeah, that was the shooting phase. Then on to the hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah.
Let's start with the Corsairs. Once again, in the first row, they hit with a total amount of 11 dice, including the champion. And from the second row, there are 5 attacks.
Yep.
And they have a weapon skill of 4.
I've got 4 as well.
So they will hit on 4s.
Yep.
But can re-roll the other dice because of their always strikes first special and high initiative. Okay. And there is strength of 3 versus toughness 4, meaning they will wound on 5s. And I can re-roll the 1s. Okay, they only managed to wound 4 of them. They have 4 basic armor saving throws.
So 4 on 4. One, and as you've charged once more, I've got my shield saves from 6 to 5 once more.
Okay,
1,
2 are dead.
You're wearing them down.
Okay, then you can strike back with 5 guys.
That is still 4 on 4s.
4s to hit.
1
hit.
And I've got strength 3 with 3 is another 4+. Yep. And now you've got 5+ armor save. No, so 1 is dead. But you've killed 2. You've still got 1 rank. And have got a banner probably.
Okay, I've
So
killed
you've won
2.
by 3.
I have 1 rank, have a banner, and have charged.
Yeah.
And you
So if
killed
I
1.
have by 4, that's 5 for me. No, it's on my army commander, so it's on 6.
Okay, no, that's not so unlikely.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, it's too much.
Yeah, I think
Okay,
1 of the battlefield.
let's see. Maybe it's double ones.
No. Okay. Then I reform
Battlefield, yep.
in order to face the coming dwarf horde. Okay, then on to the other close combat. The Hydra will use her, but you've initiative 2 as well. So they strike.
I think we would have been equal because of my great weapons.
Yeah.
They are two-handed.
I've got
So
it's
we
okay, then I
strike
strike last.
simultaneously.
Okay, then I strike
Yeah.
first.
No, I don't think you will strike first.
And strike last.
In this
With great
case, we
weapons.
strike simultaneously.
No,
Okay.
with great weapons you always strike last. So I use my breath weapon. It's making flaming attacks, but I think it doesn't affect you.
Okay.
I think it's rather against wood
Yeah.
or triads or 3 men.
Yeah,
So
scaly
flame
stuff,
attacks.
yeah, flammable.
But nevertheless, I got 2d6 automatically hits
Yeah.
with a strength of 4.
Yeah.
So 5 hits. Wounding on 4s.
Yeah.
So 3 wounds due to the flame attack.
But it's only -1.
It's -1.
Yeah. So I've got 6 plus armor saves, followed by my shield. No, not by my parries, because I'm going to fight with my hammers.
Ah, okay, yeah. Okay, 2 are down.
Yeah.
And then the Hunter will attack with the normal profile.
Yeah.
Meaning she still had all her hats on.
But not much longer.
Meaning she will have a total of 8 attacks with a weapon skill of 4, you have 5.
I've got
So
5.
hitting on force. Oh, that's not so good. Okay, 4 hits. Strength 5 versus toughness
That's
4.
4.
Means 3 to wound. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
So 4 more wounds with -2.
So there's no save left, I think,
Okay,
because
4
my
are dead.
normal save would be 4 plus, but including a shield. So the 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's nice. So
Yeah.
6 guys, 6 dwarfs.
Yeah.
Well,
But I think they're going to kill her. So now I've got my... drop the shield. I've got my runesmith first, a weapon skill of 5, 2 attacks.
Weapon skill
With
of
its
5.
great weapon.
Then you hit on 3s.
One of them. Strength 6 versus toughness.
5. So 3s to wound.
No, I got lucky. Okay, now I've got 1, 2, 3 normal hammers left. Both of them have got 2 attacks. 1, 2, 3, 6. They've got weapon skill 5.
Versus weapon skill 4 means 3s to hit.
No, that's bad.
Oh, that's not a good result.
2 of them.
2 hits.
Yeah.
Toughness 5.
I've got strength 6.
6 with toughness 5 with 3s to wound.
None of them. It was a miserable roll.
I won the combat by... I killed 6.
Yeah.
But you charged. Have a banner.
And still got 1 full rank.
But only the rank. There's no rank
Yeah,
left.
the first one.
So I won by 4.
Okay. But doesn't matter because I'm stubborn.
Okay, then you can roll on your
Yeah, my normal one.
natural
9.
leadership. So maybe 10 or...
It's 9.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay. But that was quite astonishing that the
Yeah.
Hydra survived the onslaught.
Normally
with
they
the
should
great
have
weapons.
killed her
Yeah. But you rolled really miserable in this
because of all the strength 6 hits with
Yeah.
-3. Yeah.
because they have no ward save. Also that's just the 4 up KD armor save and -3 they won't have any armor save.
Okay.
It was quite lucky. Okay. Then it's the end of my
Fourth
round and then
Go with.
we start with your 4th round.
That's the end of my 4th movement turn, which only consists of my warriors and my Thane attacking the Corsairs.
Okay.
Let's start over there. I think you go first.
Yeah. That's a whole bunch of attacks because of their hand weapons. I've got a weapon skill of 4. Maybe as you. Weapon skill normal. It goes
The
4.
only commander has got 6, but the others only got 4.
Okay, then I will hit on 4. They have a lot of attack dice and can reroll them, but only with +3, so it's really
That's what
tough
I
to
would
kill.
have needed from
It's
Hammerers.
really tough to kill dwarves with
Yeah.
the Corsairs. A bunch of attacks, but no punch. Okay. That's my hits, but only wounding on 5s now. Can we roll them? No. Meaning only 4 wounds, but as they have only a strength 3, so you have your normal basic armor saving throw.
4 plus.
4 plus. And your shield save.
On 6s.
Okay.
On 4s.
4s.
One of them.
3.
And
Shield saves.
3 shield saves on 6s.
Okay.
None.
At least 3 are down.
Yeah.
Okay, then you strike back.
So let's start with my army commander. My army commander has got 3 attacks and a weapon skill of 6.
Okay, wound hitting on 3s.
And because of hatred, let's see, maybe he may reroll something.
But is he?
My
But he
army
hates my
commander.
army commander.
Yeah,
Does
is
he?
it against. Yeah, the dwarf general has the hatred special rule against the opposing army's general, so only against your wizard. Yeah, so it's only 1 hit. The hit is at strength 5 because I charged.
3, so 2 plus.
Yeah.
The wound.
So it's minus 2, so you've got a 6 plus.
No, so 1 more.
Okay.
1 down.
Now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 other attacks with weapon skill 4.
Do you have a champion? So maybe you've 9.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
maybe you've 9 attacks.
It's an additional one, thanks. 1, 5. So all of them are on 4th.
Force to it.
No. Oh, another bad one. Just 3 of them. 3 hits with a strength of 4 versus your toughness.
But don't get
3.
the plus 1 strength.
It's already included.
Okay.
Because normally they've got strength 3.
4 versus 3 to wound, so all wound.
3 of them.
And then I have
And you've got 3 at 5s because of minus 1 at strength 4.
so 2 more down.
Yeah. So both of us have lost 3.
But
Both of us have
banner,
full rank and a banner musician. I
but
think.
you charged.
And I charged.
So it's you 1 by 1. Then I have to perform a leadership test.
Yeah.
Leadership of 8 minus 1 is 7. Yeah, wow, that was lucky. Passed it.
Okay, and on we go. Now your Hydra is first because I still fight with my great weapons.
But unfortunately, she has no more breath attack.
Hmm.
Of course, you can use it only once in a game. But still, she has 8 attacks with weapon skill of 4 versus 5, meaning force to hit.
Yeah.
And she can't re-roll, unfortunately. And strength 5 versus toughness 4, 3 to wound. So 3 wounds with minus 2.
Yeah. So I've got no saves left. 3 of them are dead. So there's only my champion left. And my ancestor. Okay. My ancestor has got 2 attacks and a weapon skill of 5.
So 3 to it.
Now this time is a little luckier. These are still strengths 6 versus
3 to win.
yeah, one of them. The other one is a 1. And it's at minus 3. So you
4
probably
plus armor save.
5 plus 6 plus 7 is reduced.
So 1 wound.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so one head down.
Yeah.
But I can, I think I can roll in my start of my turn. That I regrow. Yeah.
And then 2 for my champion.
Yeah.
And another 2 attacks plus weapon skill 5 and 3s. Oh no, another 1 and 2.
So bad dice rolls for the head.
They would need a banner which makes them hit automatically.
Make a leadership test, but you're stubborn.
Yeah.
Because I've killed 3. Yeah, okay, they hold the line. Okay, I think that's the end of your fourth turn, and we'll be back at the end of the 5th turn of the Dwarfs. Okay guys, that's the end of the 5th turn of the Dark Elves, the movement phase, and the skipped magic phase, because both enemy regiments are entangled in close combat, and both my spells, I can't use them against enemy units in close combat, so we decided to skip the magic phase. My lonely Cold One Rider swept around the destroyed building, and the Dark Shots moved slightly towards the center of the battlefield, and the Dark Riders successfully charged in the flank of the Dwarf Warriors. So in this turn, as I said before, no magic phase, no shooting phase, so we can start immediately with the close combat phase. Starting over there.
So you've got 2 riders, both of them touch my Thane. So you could use their spears onto my Thane if you want to do so.
No, they will attack the normal one.
Okay.
Okay, let's start with the Black Riders. They have 2 attacks with a weapon skill of 4.
I've got 4 as well.
Okay, hitting on 4s.
Normal ones.
Yeah,
both 2 hits.
And got a strength of 4 this time because they charge with their spears. So 4 against 4 is forced to wound.
Yeah.
So 1 wound.
So it's 1. And I've got
a -1.
A 5 plus save left, but no parry because you're in my flank. No, so one's dead.
Is dead. Then the 2 horses will attack.
Yeah.
They have only a weapon skill of 3. So hitting on 4s, both hit. Strength of 3 versus toughness 4 is 5 to wound.
One of
so
them.
1 wound from the horse. So
this time I've got a 4 plus armor save. Yep.
Which is passed. Okay.
That we've got the regular ones.
Then the Corsairs.
I can strike back, can't I?
But the Corsairs have the next.
Okay.
So strikes first. So first row. And for the second. Okay. Hitting on 4s. Sorry, that was a 4 or 5. Can you repeat those because it's always strikes first and initiative roll. An additional 3 hits. Okay, but only now the unfortunate part of the close combat only with a strength of 3, meaning 5 to wound. At least I can re-roll the ones. So that are 4 hits. 5 wounds in total from the Corsairs.
So, but these are from the front.
So you can use your basic armor saving throw. 5 times.
So 5. So 5 fours. 2 and 3, 5 plus parries. 1.
So 2 more down.
So 2.
Okay, then you can strike back.
And I think I'll use all of my attacks onto the Corsairs. Let's start with my Thane. I've got a weapon skill of 6 and 3 attacks. Three hits. Yeah. Strength 4 versus toughness 3 is 3 plus. 2 of them, and you've got 5 plus armor saves. Or cloak saves. Okay.
2 down.
So, and then I've got the champion 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attacks left at a weapon skill of 4.
Meaning forced to hit. So 2 hits.
Only 2. It strengths 3, I think, versus
So
you.
forced to wound.
One of them. No.
They can save. Okay.
So 3 died.
Yeah, I killed also 3 of yours. But I charged in the flank. And both with banners.
Yeah.
So I won the combat by 2.
So I've got an 8 plus save because it's on my army commander. Yeah.
Okay.
And I remain for the moment. I think not for long.
Then we go on to this combat. Unfortunately, because one head is severed, the Hydra has only 7 attacks this time.
Yeah.
And I got
weapon skill 5.
I will split my attacks this time. I think I will go for sure for the Thunderer. I will use 5 attacks on the Thunderer. with a weapon skill of 4 versus
I've got 5.
5, so 4's to hit. Okay, so 4 hits only Thunderer with a strength of 5 versus toughness.
4.
Is 3's to wound, so 2 wounds. With
Strength 5 is -2, so I've got no save left because I don't use my shield, so he's dead.
And the
The
remaining
normal one.
2 attacks on the... What is it?
It's a runesmith. Yeah.
Okay, both hit.
Yep.
Strength 5 versus toughness
4.
4 is 3's to wound, so 1
Yeah.
wound for him. With
So he's got
-2.
1 wound and he's got 2 in total.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot it all the time. He's got a 1+ save. So he can roll.
Okay, then roll for 1 time -2, a 3+ save.
Yep.
Okay, then let's remove the wound. Okay, then you can strike back with your...
So, weapon skill of 5, 2 attacks with my great weapon.
Hitting on 3's.
Yeah, 2 hits. 2 hits with strength 6.
Versus toughness 5, 3's to wound.
Yeah, 1 of them,
So
2 of them.
2 wounds.
So now I've got 3 in total.
And I have the special rule...
Regeneration maybe, or
no,
stuff like that.
trampling.
Okay.
Or how
Yeah.
it's called?
It's stomp attacks
Stomp
in
attacks.
case of monstrous infantry, and
D6.
it's...
We forgot it the
yeah.
rounds before. So I've got 4. I think that are
I think these are auto hits
auto hits
at your normal strength.
at 25.
Yeah.
Okay, so 3's to wound, so 4 wounds
Yeah.
once more.
At minus?
-2.
-2.
So 4 3+ saves. So 1 wound.
Yeah. Well, now it's getting close.
Okay, I caused 2 wounds,
Yeah.
you as well, and I think it's draw
Mhm.
the combat. And now I can roll for my regeneration.
Yeah.
Because I've got 3 wounds, I can roll 2 dice,
Mhm.
and a 4+, the head is regrown.
Yeah. How
No.
how many hits do you have in total?
1, 2, 3,
Okay.
4, 5.
So these are 5 plus what? Plus how many attacks?
3. That's
Okay, so
basically
8 is
3
your-
attacks,
so maximum.
plus the
Okay.
amount of heads.
So now it's
next
reduced to
turn,
5.
They only have 5 attacks. Yeah.
Yeah, but 5 is still a lot.
Okay, that's the end of my 5th turn.
I think we don't need a break. Yeah, we can just go on.
Do you want to
Okay,
start here?
you
once again?
first.
Okay.
With your 5 attacks.
5 attacks. Hitting on 4s. Wounding on 3s, so 1 wound. -2, 3+ save. No.
No. So this time I'm dead. I can't strike back.
Oh, it's only 2
Because
wounds.
I-
Okay, yeah.
Can't use my shield because I'm using the great weapon.
Yeah.
And he's gone.
Okay.
Okay, and
I do formally.
next.
Next go, okay, start once again with the 2 Dark Riders in the flank. They will hit on 4s. Can we roll those dice? 1 hit. Yeah, 1 wound. And
But this time it's only strength 3.
normal basic armor saving
I've got a
throw.
4+ save.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then the 2 horses will hit on 4s. Will wound on 5s. No. Okay. Then once again, I have only 1 line left. But nevertheless, that are a total of 11 attacks in total. Hitting on 4s. And wounding on 5s. So 3 wounds.
So we've got 3 4+. Yeah, 2 of them. And 1, but this time it's not the first round of combat, so it's only a 6+ shield. No,
Okay, 1 more
well
down.
stayed. Okay, time to strike back. I won't strike at your riders. All of them into your unit of the Corsairs. My Thane goes first. 3 attacks with weapon skill 6 on 3s. All of them. And it's strength 4.
Yeah, versus toughness 3. 3's to wound.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that's the end of the Corsairs.
2 of them, and I forgot I've got Rune of Cleaving armor piercing it well, so it did -2. You need 6s.
So 2,
Yeah.
that.
So technically your standard
And then
musician and champion should be
after
left.
that, yeah. And then your 4 remaining dwarfs.
Yeah. All of
5
them.
attacks in total.
All of them with a weapon skill of 4 against
hitting
you.
on
4.
fours 5 times.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. 3 hits.
Mm-hmm.
And wounding
It's
on
only
4s.
3 versus 3 is 4s. 2 of them.
So 2 armor saves, no. All but the champion are dead.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I lost the combat maybe because you killed 4.
Now you don't have a banner or a cockpit
Killed
ring.
4, have a banner. I killed 1, have a flank. So I lost by 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I do a test for the Corsairs.
Yeah.
Oh, which they pass.
Double 1. No.
And for
Stay till the end.
and for the riders. No,
That's
they
too
will
much.
run. But I think you can't chase them down because they are still in close combat with the remaining Corsair because he didn't run away. Oh, only 3 inches.
Oh, it would be great if I killed
This was
your
really
remaining
unlucky.
one,
Then
and
you
then
can
no,
chase
but I have to
them
turn. Oh, I might reform at the end of my turn, at the end of your 6, and then my 6th would maybe. Yeah. But concerning victory points, I'm far behind you.
Okay. That was the end of your 5th turn, and then we'll be back at my last turn. Okay guys, that's the last round of the Dark Elves. The Dark Riders successfully passed the leadership test and reformed towards the Dwarfs. The other units are either in close combat, the remaining Corsair, which will be slaughtered soon, and the other units, it doesn't make sense to move them anymore because they won't reach the Dwarfs in time before the end of the battle. So I think the only thing which I can do, the magic phase doesn't make sense either because of the close combat. I think I just roll my 3 dice because it's a champion against the Dwarfs. And I hit them at least 3 times. And wounding on 5, so non-wound, oh my god.
Okay, but he's only in contact with my Thane and another one, so
for him. So
let's
you're
do the
Thane
normal one first.
okay.
On a 4. Yep. Strength 3 versus toughness 3 is on a 4. Once again, no. And my Thane weapon skill 6. 3 times to hit. Yeah, 2 of them. And it's at -2 because of his armor piercing. Strength 4.
Okay, so wounding on 3s. Yeah, 2 times, so hit 2 times, yeah. Okay. So 2 6s, please. Oh, almost.
Nearly.
Almost.
Oh.
Okay. The Corsairs are completely wiped out.
So
and you can reform.
I reform in order to charge, not to spend my last and 6th turn charging your Dark Riders. Okay. And I think we can keep going. There's no need for a break.
I can re-roll for my heads if they re-roll.
Okay. That won't change
Yeah,
much.
one head is back. I think it's your last turn of the game.
I'll charge. Even 4.
Almost.
4 plus 3 are enough to get all of them. Yeah.
Okay.
You first.
Yeah. Okay, the riders first. Ooh, look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Almost all of them hit.
So 4 hits.
So 4 hits from the
Strength
riders.
3.
Then I roll for the 5 horses.
Mm-hmm.
So a total of 6 hits, both with strength of 3.
Mm-hmm. All of them
But
on
maybe
5s.
we split it once again because I can reroll the 1s for the riders. I roll a 1 for the wound roll. Yeah. Those 3 wounds, and for the horses, no. Those 3 wounds with non-save modifier.
So 3 armor
Basic
saves
armor
on
save.
4.
Ha.
One of them, and 2 shields, but this time only 6.
Ha. Killed 2
None.
of them.
2 are down, but not my champion.
No.
And,
The standard
Doesn't
damage
matter.
is the
Yeah. Okay, my army commander goes first.
Yeah.
I got
3 to hit. So
2 of
hits.
them. Strength 4 versus your toughness 3 is 3 plus. 2 of them, and it's at -2.
Do I have armor save of light armor and shield?
You've got 1 for your horse is 6, 1 for your light armor is 5 plus shield. Yeah, is 4, -2 is 6.
So 6 up.
But you mustn't parry as we've learned.
So
Yeah.
2 are down.
Mm-hmm. And then the 2 normal ones, including the champion, so I've got 3. 3 on
Weapon skill 4.
yeah.
So 4 to hit. So 1 hit.
1. Strength toughness.
4 to wound.
It's +1
Armor
even
save.
because the turns I charge I get +1 in the first
okay,
one.
yeah, okay. But then I haven't passed my armor save as well with 4. Okay.
So 3 are down. This means
I killed 2, you 1 by 1, and
I
you
charged, and I've got a banner left.
Banner left, so you 1 by 3.
Yeah.
So I have a leadership of 8, so I need 5s.
Yeah.
But maybe I can use on my army commander.
Yeah. If she's within.
But she's the same leadership.
12
It doesn't make
okay.
any difference. Okay, I need 5s. No. Do you chase down?
I'll try. Yeah.
I run 11.
11. Well, that's a lot for.
Oh, 10 almost.
Never give up.
So 11 they will.
Touch them.
Yeah.
Right behind 1 inch.
Oh. I think that's the end of the game.
I think in the end they might even win her if we had played for another 25 turns.
But now they can
To see how far they are short.
perform the magic phase.
Okay, congratulations, Alex.
Yeah, it was a really interesting game.
But I'm really disappointed because it's not a single victory for our little short ones yet.
Yeah, I think there were 2 main reasons. It was a bad start for you because my first magic phase I almost wiped completely out the Thunderers, so they can't shoot
I
anymore.
would have needed them dearly in order to harm your wizard as well as harm your dog shots and your corsairs
And the
before reaching me.
Gyrocopter were wiped out rather early, and
the miserable performance of the Hammerers.
With my Hydra.
Normally they should have killed it and even the surviving cold one, and then might have been able to sweep around and distract the dog shots, at least force them to reform. Okay.
But this was a really lucky end for the Hydra that she survived the onslaught of the Hammerers.
But I still think I won't change the army list because the only thing I could do is cancel the Thunderers and Guerrillas for a cannon, but a cannon might explode in the first turn.
And even though there are lots of the Thunderers killed, I think they shot almost 8 or 9 Corsairs on their way in front. I think it was bad luck that I started the battle, and
they are not bad against elves, and maybe
really,
against goblins.
That's really a quite successful magic phase. She's really a monster with her spells.
I think she'd only have a hard life against the high elves, maybe, or the wood elves. But even against Empire, she could use most of her powers most of the time.
Okay, nevertheless, we hope you enjoyed the battle, and feel free to comment, especially if you played it right with the Gyrocopter in close combat, if you can break away from close combat. maybe this would have made a lot of difference, maybe.
Yeah.
Because I have to spend spells maybe on the gyrocopter to bring him down. And okay, stay tuned for our next battle reports. Catch you next time. Bye.
Thanks for watching.